in the woods and stuff, which everybody knows that, hey, I'm going out to go dig for pottery or something.
Mm-hmm.
But have that knife because snakes everywhere, water moccasins, and just all kinds of wild critters out here.
Oh yeah.
Coyotes,
You
you
I, for,
name
I forget you live where things want to kill you. So.
it. Giant spiders and Bigfoot here and all kinds of goodies.
No, no, thank you. No, thank you. But if you do get out and, quote unquote, door knock, good luck. Make sure that if you go someplace, you leave it looking better than when you got there. Is all I really have to say about that.
100%.
Because you want to,
100%.
the hobby doesn't need any more black eyes. We've got enough.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Yeah, and back to spring and our we have we've been talking about our spring weather and all these critters that are coming out and all of that, but spring cleaning. I know I was telling you that I'm using that ultrasonic machine to clean those two items. You sent me some photos of some really beautiful buttons you just found. So, what method are you planning on using for cleaning those buttons?
Well, I had first thought I have a couple different brushes, like a fiber optic brush that's a real light nylon. And then I've got the brass brush and a couple other. I have the Andres pencils and my entire cleaning kit I have in like a pencil case, like all the different brushes, all the different tools. And I brought it to Bone with me, and I know I sent you the pictures, and I was like, I can't find my cleaning kits. I don't know where they are. And I just looked up, and they were sitting on the shelf. So, so I plan on taking I plan on taking the microfiber and doing some light brushing to it, and then depending on what it looks like underneath some of this dust, I'll either take an Andre or a brass brush, and there's definitely two of them that have something on them, so it will be good.
Yeah, I just recently I found one of my Andre pencils, and we also have a different brand of similar to those Andre pencils that are more of the mechanical ones that we sell at the Digger's Den that are really cool. I've cleaned some of those buttons with those. Are really cool. They also work pretty good on an Indian if the Indian's all crusty and mucky.
Yeah, the composite pencil. There's no name on it, so I'm like, I don't know whose this belongs to. I can't remember. But I have that as well. So depending on what I start seeing underneath when I start taking the dust off, I'll use some form of cleaning like that. I definitely won't be getting them wet. They are copper buttons.
Right.
I don't know. I just don't want to ruin them. I mean, not that sitting in the ground didn't help.
Right. Well, I'm still amazed that with the CLR and that you and I, how we cleaned up some of those from the button dump, was flipping amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did look really good.
Some of them I would have never, ever thought that they would have had gold gilding on it. Never. Even after using just a little light brush on it, I'm like, it still had that big crust on it. But once I soaked some of mine in that CLR, I was just like, holy cow, it looks almost brand new. Amazing.
Yeah, the CLR and then what was the other? The Vapor Rust works really well. But
the Vapor Rust,
there's no rust on these. They are copper. I think one's a cufflink or an oval button, and the other is just a regular button. They're both one piece, and yeah, I can't. They look like they got wings, and there might be an eagle of some sort with a shield, or I don't know.
Yeah, that one. They both look really interesting. I can't wait to see what it reveals. So I hope you get lots of before pictures and during and after cleaning.
Or they wind up being nothing. Because sometimes your eyes can play games on
sometimes,
you.
Yeah, that's true. But I really see there's something pretty cool on both of them. One does look like it has some sort of feathers, so I'm really curious. And that little circle thing in the middle, what is that?
There's definitely something. Definitely something.
So, yeah. But yeah, doing a lot of cleaning. But as for, those finds from way back when, mudlarking, I don't think I've cleaned much of those still. I think I probably cleaned a few of my favorite ones back after I had gotten home, maybe. I can't recall exactly. But I still have a lot of it still in bags. I am so behind on my cleaning.
A year ago, Gypsy.
I know. How often do you get to clean your stuff?
That's true. There's a lot of stuff I have yet to clean, so.
Well, I have, in fact, sitting over here on my desk in my room right now, I've got my finds case from when I went to the Netherlands. I've got coins in there that I still have yet to clean off. Now, granted, I did clean a few back when I made my video on that when I went to the Netherlands, and I cleaned maybe 2 or 3 of the coins that I found, just so I could kind of get dates and ideas of what they were. And then the rest are still in the case, still sitting right there on my desk. So it's crazy how I've got so much that what I really need to do, though, is I really need to get some new Riker cases and just label, because I want to make a case just for the Netherlands. I want to make a case just for certain hunts to keep better track of, where I found it. So I try to keep most of it at least somewhat organized, though. Like that one, the Netherlands finds are still in my finds box, which I've got several finds boxes. But then I've got another bag of finds over there on my desk, just a Ziploc. So I do try to label, and I can look at them and know exactly where I found them.
Yeah.
But I really need to be better at labeling so I know. And it's funny because my dad loves it when I bring finds in, and he will try to. I've had to scold him once, and I know I hurt his feelings because he started cleaning some of my finds, and he tumbled some stuff that I didn't want tumbled, because for me, I like more natural. I like it. I even love the stuff with the green patina on it or anything like that. So, and then when he tries to organize it and put it in a case for me, or a Riker box or something like that, he'll put something, just, I'm like, no, you don't put an old button from the war with a new shiny piece of jewelry, it's just not the way we display it. So.
You mean you don't throw everything in all together? It happens. They learn.
Right.
I know he was definitely trying to help, right?
Yeah.
And it's even some of the things that, those getting started off, if you don't do the research and don't really look into it or see if there's anything out there, any prior videos or whatnot, you don't know. You learn as you go.
Yeah. And I've got besides the Riker cases, I've got other display cases but I really just, for certain things, I do like the Riker cases. Yeah, I may have to try that, Tim. What I usually, though, like to do is I found them where you can get them on Amazon and you buy them in bulk,
Mm-hmm.
and you can get them a lot cheaper. So that's what I usually like to do, is buy them in bulk. That way I can get them all at once. But you've got a lot of Riker cases, don't you?
I do, because there's quite a few different properties that they didn't want the things back, but in the event that they had changed their mind or anything like that,
That way
everything
it's all
was.
in one case.
Yep.
That's smart. Very smart. For those of you that don't know what Amanda does for most all of her properties, that she'll put it all and display it, and then bring it, clean it, keep it about a year, clean them, research these items, and then bring them back to the owners in these nice little Riker cases. So, such a great idea.
Well, I mean, if it's a property that's been in the family their entire since it was settled.
Oh yeah,
it like has to be like it belongs. Those items belong to their family members. And hey, they're allowing me to dig it up, and it doesn't have to sit in the ground. And then I can do the research and get the photos on it, because I really am the first one detecting it, and then the word of mouth. They share that information, and hey, if I get to find some cool stuff, and depending on, that conversation will be had if there is something that's really monetarily, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
And that just might happen someday.
Yeah.
We might dig up one of those whole treasure chests of gold coins, and have to figure out how to maneuver through all that. You never know,
Yep.
right?
Exactly. But yeah, most of the Rikers cases, I know a couple have been shown at a few of the different museums. But yeah. Yep. So it's easier to just keep it like that.
Yeah, and it's an inexpensive. Well, it's not you know what I mean. It's less expensive than some of the wood cases and other stuff that you use. And it just looks better than, right now, mine in a little plastic baggie, or
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yep.
It's just displays them nicely, and then you can also put labels on those, like found at the so-and-so property, or that's what I like. Do you have a label maker?
I do not. I have, you type it into the computer and then you print it.
Right. Well, I don't have a printer anymore, so that might be something I want to get, is like a label maker.
Yeah,
because
label maker
I am
would be
not
smart.
I am not the most organized person. People that know me, I am not the most organized person, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better about it.
Yeah,
and
label.
I'm constantly trying to reorganize the back of my car, because I'm constantly in and out with the metal detectors and my boots for this, and my waders for this, and my digging shovels and trowels for this, and with the season changing, I think somebody mentioned, I think it was Richie mentioned, it's about time to get in the water, and that's when I love to water hunt, which I miss living near the river and doing the water hunting, but yeah, all these different, I need to get better organized, or I don't know, maybe I need maybe I just need to carry a big, what do you call it? One of those closed-in trailers that I can carry on the back of my Gypsy wagon, and
like the
put all my
U-Haul
stuff
trailer.
Yeah. Right. I don't know. Just thinking.
Yeah, I can't get a trailer. It would just end up packed full of crap I have to go through later on. I figure if I only have so much space to put it in, I have to go through it at some point. Which brings me to another thing. I know that some of our listeners find treasures by